Therapy Army, let's be having you, Therapy Army. How we doing? Early birders about. There you go. Monty, big up, big up. We've got hopefully Saeed and Tom coming. This is a preview. This is a preview to Crystal Palace game. Saeed will join us. Hopefully Tom will join us. But big up to everybody. Love and light. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Big up to you and to you. You are T. Who are we? You are T Army. Let you all come in. You are T Army. We are live. Live with man like Saeed. Man like Saeed TV. And hopefully Tom Journalist 1. Tom Journalist. Put Tom there. Tom. Yeah, Tom Journalist 1. Tom Journalist 1 for the preview for Manchester United preview. Big up to everybody. Everybody. Big up. Big up, big up, big up, big up, my like. Khalees Ramadine Lassie says, Eric, can I big up to all? Please leave a like. Italy was great, by the way. Yeah, big up to you, man. The wedding looked proper, man. I saw a couple of photos on there. The wedding looked proper. The wedding looked proper, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That Italian wedding. You know what? So many people I know have got married in Italy. But it's friends of friends. It's never been any of my close friends. You know what I mean? One of my closest friends got married in Barbados. What a beautiful island that is. The Caribbeans, the Caribbean weddings, don't mess, mate. And I was the best man. And guess what? I lost the blood murder she wrote. I lost the ring. I had to pay a joiner when it was time to hand him the ring. The ring slipped. We were on a little porch, and the porch is like wooden porch, right? Sand underneath. There were spaces in between the wooden, where the porch is, like on the porch. There's just the wood. There's spaces, and the ring dropped in there. And guess what? I had to pay next man to come to basically lift up almost like the floorboards to get the ring. Yo, there's only a couple of times in my life I wanted the world to swallow me up. That was one of the times. That was one of the times, people. So it's mad, yo. Those of you who are best men, make sure you keep hold of that ring. Make sure you've got it tightly and you give it like that. Listen, trust me, they're coming for us, man. Big up Crystal Palace, man. Big up the Crystal Palace massive. Saeed, what's going on? How you doing, King? I can't hear you, bro. Saeed, I can't hear you.
Yeah, all good, all good. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly, bro.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Big up the chat, big up everyone here.
Looks like Saeed's been out on the sunshine, man. I can see a bit of sun on your face.
Yeah, man. I've been outside, man. I've been outside. I can't lie. Come on, man. Bro, this is the last week of good weather, man. On Monday, it's 12 degrees, man. So you need to go outside, mate.
Thanks,
you know what I mean?
Thanks for that. You hit me with that dagger, innit? Torture is going to be cold.
Dagger.
Putting that knife into me.
I need to give you
What a great way to start the show.
Come on. I have to be honest with you, man.
Yo, who needs enemies when I got people like Saeed telling me the weather? You don't tell me that. So that depresses me instantly, bro.
This is what I'm letting you know, innit? So then
let's hope, Saeed. Listen, let's hope on Saturday somebody can cheer me up, yes?
Yeah.
No entity can cheer me up. So on Monday, I don't have the Monday blues. You know what I
mean? Bro, we just need to win, man.
Beats, by the way. Big up the man who does all
Big up Nuri Beats, man.
Big up to my brother.
Where is he in the chat? Because last week, Nottingham Forest, he went quiet, man. I didn't see
silent,
him.
Man. Yo, in these Liverpool streets, mate, the Liverpool fans were all like ducking and diving and stuff, mate. They were all hiding under the tables, man. You know what I mean? They were all having that quiet moments, innit? Solo time.
Solo, you know mate. Solo time and that.
You know what I mean? Big up to Khalees Ramadan Lassie. Achieving at United Real Therapy says breaking Eric Tanasi, just Ramsdale and Mason Mount could be in the Man UFC squad. Crystal Palace. So, hey, listen, he heard my running at Mason Mount. And then when somebody showed him that,
he heard it.
Thought, you know what? I can't. I've got to come. This guy's burying me here. I've got to come fight him back. So hold tight, Mason Mount, mate. Listen, I want you to, but I don't even know we've got a position for you, Rude Boy. So what are you coming back to? Where are you going to play?
Bro, he had his chance, man. And then obviously, you know what I mean? It's one of them where he's just injury prone, bro. You can't. Someone said yesterday he's back, but then for how long? You know what I mean? You don't know how long he's going to be here, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's one of them where that's what I said. We played a false kind of formation because we didn't have Xerxes up and running. Now that Xerxes here, we don't need Mason Mount. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, he's a cup maybe guy, maybe Europa League, maybe something like that. He might get a run around, but Eriksen's form's been good. You can't just throw Eriksen out the bus now. Do you know what I mean? Because Eriksen's been decent last 2 games. But yeah, man, Mason Mount, bro, like you said, bro, what a waste of a signing, man. Just doesn't have no purpose in the team, man. No purpose at all, Nuruddin. No purpose.
Still wearing that number 7 shirt, though, innit?
But you know what? Apparently, I've been told they didn't sell as much number 7 shirts this year. You know, that's what I've been told. Like the 7 shirt hasn't been selling as much this year. The Mason Mount shirt. Apparently, it's not in the yeah.
Well, what? He hasn't even got a position in the team. Why would it sell something?
I know.
Why would it sell? It's not even in the team.
They were hoping. The
only thing that people can tell me about this guy is what he does off the ball.
Yeah.
You know you're begging in it when you sell a footballer. The football is played with the ball, lad. With the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Right? Don't tell me what he does off the ball.
That's why you know when you're struggling.
Listen, it's not going to be that long because I've got to go to this event. It's a James Baldwin event. Those of you who don't know James Baldwin need to get to know James Baldwin. James Baldwin was an intellectual. He's an intellectual heavyweight, a civil rights leader from the US. There's three different panel things that have been going on, panel discussions and the films. So I went to the last one. I'm going to this one, and then there's one next week as well. So I need to go to it. So we haven't got that long, bro. But other than that, how are you? Other than that, you're outside, man. You're well. How are you?
Big up, man. Big up the people, man. I'm well, man. I can't complain. Life is good. You know what I'm saying too. Because I just been enjoying the weather. And yeah, man. Like I said, man, we just, you know, United. When United don't lose, you know, when United don't lose, so win and they don't lose, it's calm, bro. Even the media is struggling to write headlines about United at the minute. They're scratching. They're itching, man. They're itching for a loss this weekend. So don't give them a reason to. You know what I mean? Like, we want United to keep winning. We want United to just keep doing what they need to do. Because at the end of the day, we love United more than we might not fancy a manager or players or whatnot. We're Man United FC. Not Player FC, not Manager FC, Man United FC. So at the end of the day, we want us to win. But at the same time, you know, it's going to be a tricky game. But Crystal Palace are where they are. So we need to make them feel like the 17th. We need to make them feel like they're in that position, you know? So let's see, man. But how are you, man? Everything all good today?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Other than that, I'm good, honestly. Yeah, I'm just quite nervous about it. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to go to there's a big demo. There's a national demo in Liverpool. I'm actually going to go to Liverpool on Saturday. But in time, I'm coming back in time for the watch along, man.
Okay.
You know me, we're gonna rewind, man. Let's hope the score is reversed now. But yeah, I mean, the bubble could burst, Saeed. You know what I mean? Every Manchester United fans, like you said, there's nothing to write about Manchester United.
Yeah.
You know,
no, there's none, bro. There's none. There's nothing to write. You know, it's been a fairly chilled week, man. We were 7-0, you know what I mean, and whatnot. But they're itching. Like I said to you, don't give them something to write about, you know? Because Man United sell newspapers, whether you like it or not. It's not fun writing newspapers about other clubs. You know, Man City is quite boring. They win every week. Even Arsenal's become a bit boring to write newspapers about because it's like they're not the banter club. Remember last couple of years ago when Arteta was in charge? It was, bro, every week there was something happening. Now, you know, Chelsea United are probably similar in that aspect. Even Tottenham, man, like Tottenham is Tottenham, innit? You can't really say that they should be challenging for trophies because they don't. You know, so it's United are the one that keeps on giving. So don't give them an excuse to be writing headlines and whatnot. Do you know what I'm saying, bro?
Mm-hmm.
So that's
No,
where my head
100%.
is at for me, anyway.
100%, Saeed. I'm not gonna lie to you. 100%, you hit the nail on the head. But that's what I'm saying to you. So, what kind of headlines do you think we're gonna give? You know what I mean? What we're gonna
Oh,
give to the press on Saturday night? Saeed, me and you will be there. People, Saeed TV will be there,
come on.
man. Full watch along. We're
Mm.
there, people. We're there.
You know what it is? You know what it is, Northern? It's more like for me, like 5:30 kickoffs are tough kick. I don't really fancy 5:30 kickoffs, man. I just, you know what I mean? It's a difficult one, yeah. But my thing is more personally is that United have got to show for it in that first 30 minutes. That's where we know where the United team is going to be. First 30 minutes going to be a battle. They'll be up for it. Palace fans, the notorious ground. You know, they got ultra. I think they got ultras, in it. Only
Yeah,
ground.
they got some of the best ultras, the loudest ultras in
Yeah.
the country.
Yeah, so they got a big ultra crowd here. So they, you know, and bro, when United come into town, Nuruddin, Croydon, South London, you know what I mean, small stadium, United come into town, Nuruddin, it's a different scenario, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So for me, it's like, you know, we have to understand that you have to play the game, not the occasion. But a lot of the players who played in that game, Nuruddin, that 4-0, are not going to be there. You know, like we didn't have we had Casemiro Evans at the back. We had Anthony playing right wing. We had an off-form Rashford, I think it was, playing. We had Højlund, who was, again, you know, he had struggled last season for large parts. So the midfield, I don't know what our midfield was last year. Did Bruno Fernandes play in that midfield? I'm not sure. But ultimately, that game there was a disaster, mate. You know what I mean? That was a disaster. Absolute disaster, man. That was a game where Eric Ten Hag should have been sacked, you know, on the spot. And I think Ineos were going to sack him. They wrote in the Athletic report that they were going to sack him. But ultimately, you know, that was probably rock bottom, man. That day was bad, man. That day was so bad, man. Like, we got embarrassed, bro. And like I said, Crystal Palace under Glasner were on good form, man. So
Was any of us shocked deeply, actually, before that game? What was to me was I don't think I see. I did a watch along with you. You were more angry than me. I was laughing because I was like, "This is what Manchester United are. This is what I expected, right?" And for me, you know, I mean, that famous line came out of it. R9 settings.
that more fraud, yeah, and then R9.
Let's say with
But
that
Mateta
R9
might turn into
settings.
R9 on Saturday, mate. You know what I mean? You might have to roll it back. 1 minute you're talking about R9 Arteta. I just seen, you know what it is? I seen Ten Hag just looking like, you know, when he's just like looking up and he's just looking glum, looking clueless. Then I was just like, oh man, sat that ball fraud, mate. You know what I mean? But we've had a lot of them, you know, man. It's kind of mad, yeah, that we still have a fan base that's split on Ten Hag because it's like we've seen a lot of drummings, man. And any other manager would have been sacked by now, man. Would have been gone, mate.
Be gone, yeah.
So
It's like what Mourinho, Van Gaal, and Oli didn't survive. This guy survived.
He survived 10 times more. I mean, when you look at a 7-0, man, 7-0's a like,
I
bro.
don't ever remember. To me, you know, when the low point genuinely, right, is when I walked out the Bournemouth game when they smashed
Bournemouth, yeah.
comfortably, and they could have scored more. So it could have been 5.
More. Should have been more. You know what I mean? That was another game which should have been sat. But I always think with Ten Hag, he always survives in that critical moment where you think one more defeat, he's gone, and he wins that game. Then he probably wins the next game, and then boom, he's kept his job. That's what it is, though, you know, man. But obviously, that's with Glazers, isn't it? With Ineos, they've surely got to think a bit more smarter in that aspect. They can't just be looking at 1 or 2 games against low opposition. That's why they're looking at more performances than results. If they see the performances are not getting any better by November, December, they see that it's still stagnating or still getting over the line, they might pull the plug in, man. You know, I don't necessarily believe it's down to results, you know. It's maybe down to a feeling of, you know what, is this team improving? Are fans happy? Are they leaving early when it's 0-0 or something? Are there moans and groans? It's the stats, you know, not in our favor.
Facts, Saeed. He was asked about it in the press conference, and here he is. Look at his answers. He's making excuses. I had 11 players. So fucking what? All the 11 players you had should be Manchester United standard, mate. Shouldn't be. No Manchester United team should be getting beat 4-0 like Crystal Palace. No Manchester United team. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because,
But-
yeah, I can understand Arsenal. I understand Chelsea. I understand even Spurs. But not a Crystal Palace, pal.
No.
Because
No.
can you just tweet it out? I've
I've just retweeted now. Yeah. But you know what it is?
People, this is going to be a test. Okay, Crystal Palace for me this season, they've had an incredible end to the season last season.
Yep.
And he came in, we saw it within 2 months, with a month and a half. He installed the style of play. The players were firing, right? They were firing. Obviously, they lost the quality of the kid who's at now by Munich, who scored. Did he score 2 goals? I think he scored 2 goals by Munich tonight. So they did what they lost that bit of quality, but they brought in Nketiah, Saeed, and Nketiah actually for me is gonna there's zero pressure. Nketiah is gonna play like there's a difference in mentality when you're at a big club, where the manager don't really fancy you too much, right? And he's actually playing a midfield player, a kind of a number 10, because Havertz is not an out-and-out number 9, is it? Havertz is a number 10 kind of player, right? But you've been benched for him because he helps the team. You come here, you're almost like, you know what you're saying? It's like, how can I get back to the top 6 team again? How can I get back to a top 6 team again? So this is the level. So for me, like I already can tell the midfield, the core and Wharton, we know that they play with the wing backs, high and heavy. Mitchell, especially Mitchell. The Mitchell-SA connection, I think this is going to be the real test for Mazraoui. A real test for Mazraoui in this game. Real test, right, for Mazraoui. Because we're going to see now, Rashford Ahmad has to. If Ahmad that plays or Garnacho, I hope it's Ahmad that plays because Ahmad's got to play, man. Got to play. So for me, this is a massive test on Saturday. A massive test on Saturday. So if Manchester United score 3 goals or put 4 past Palace, then you know what? I won't be on Giddy Watch. Giddy Watch is suspended. Giddy Watch is suspended, Saeed.
You can
Giddy Watch a red card. And even though Saeed, this season they've not started that great. They haven't started.
No, they haven't, bro. But apparently they're unbeaten in 4 now. It's a shameless Palace fan I spoke to before. Yeah, he was like, "We're unbeaten in 4, even though they played QPR and Norwich." But to be fair, they had a good draw against Chelsea, away from Stamford Bridge. So, but my thing is, when you say Giddy Watch here, it's like, no, but you can actually say to yourself, without any agendas, we won in style 3-4-0 against Crystal. You can't. Nobody can come on here after the game and be negative about that.
No.
There's no negativity. There's no, but it's only Barnsley. It's only this. No, you beat Crystal Palace. In a manner that was sensational,
convincing.
Absolutely.
In the game.
You can talk about it.
We peppered them. It could have been 5 or 6 in a game. It could have been 5 or 6. That's the type of thing I want to come back to, that level of swagger. Big up,
absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Big up 256. Eric Tanner lives. Rashi and Anthony are back, baby. Big up. Layao says, "Salam, brothers. The OGs, brilliant.
Salam.
And keep it on, man. It's big up and love." So, listen, I think they started the season a bit especially in the Premier League, a bit because they missed SA. It was not SA. What's his name? The other kid that they had. The kid who's at Bayern Munich, man. I always forget his name.
Bro, Elise is killing it now at Bayern Munich.
Yeah, Elise. So they miss Elise, the quality of Elise, Mateta, SA, Elise were deadly, right?
Oh, deadly.
So, but they've got Nketiah, and Nketiah has got something to prove. And
he's been playing well, apparently.
Saeed, to come back to that climb, to get a move to the top 6 or top 4 teams, he has to damage a traditional top 6 team.
Top 6
what team, more than Manchester United on Saturday? To me, I expect
against us as well.
I expect the test of our defense is going to be tested here. Trust me on this one. Our defense the leg's going to be tested. Martinez is going to be tested. Diego Dalot will be tested. Because the thing about it is that the 3 forwards play narrow. They don't go out wide.
I know.
And wait for the fullbacks. Your Colombian brother comes on the right-hand side, does he? And they got Mitchell on that side. So they've got 2 players who actually give them width. And the 2. So what happens, Saeed, is
watch out for the right back as well, guys,
Nketiah and Esse will both come in. And that is danger because that's how they hem teams in. So they got the fullbacks out wide, and those two players come in with Matete.
Come inside,
That is a congestion. That is a congestion, Saeed. That is sustained attacks. And you know that, and then if you get past those two, if you beat the press to get out of those Nketiah, Mateta, and Eze, Wharton and Decore are waiting for you.
I know.
Do you know what 100%. I mean? So it ain't gonna be easy. They're gonna be able to squeeze the game, and you know how they press as a team. So for me, this game not just about the result. There's so many plots to be had. There are so many like challenges, one-on-ones here. So many tactical battles need to be had, Saeed. Because if Manchester United try to go and play it out, even with if they start Ugarte or Casemiro, you know, every team has watched what, Saeed. They watched the Liverpool game. They know how to set fucking traps.
Absolutely.
And Palace is the place, yeah. We can't afford to go down early to a goal, because if they do, that stadium is gonna be jumping.
Yeah, facts, 100%, bro.
That stadium is gonna be bouncing. But go ahead, Saeed. Where do you think the game can be won or lost in your view?
I think the midfield is the key area, man. I think if Decore plays, which I think he's a good player, man. Decore, very, very combative midfielder. I heard he got a knock. He hurt his toe. He might not be available, but still, they got Jefferson Lerma, who again, you know, he's caused us problems in the past with Bournemouth, etc. So he'll be in there. Adam Martinez. I think that midfield will be key, man. Depends what midfield we get, because we have to understand what we're doing as well. Like, is it Eriksen, Casemiro, Ugarte? Is it Bruno, Casemiro? We don't know what's going to go on yet in terms of our midfield. So that's something to kind of keep an eye out for. But ultimately, I think for me, my headspace and my kind of like, you know, understanding is that we've got to be the fullback areas, Munoz and Mitchell. They're good as well. They're going to be high, and we're playing against a back three as well. So we have to understand what's our plan. You know, back three. I think, to be fair, Southampton played with a back three. They cooked us for 35 minutes. If it wasn't for the penalty, it would have been a different story. Back three against Brighton, we kind of struggled sometimes to kind of cope with their press, in terms of, well, we were pressing them. They found it easy just to play the ball over the top. So there's some key areas, man. I think for me, it's just like, you got to watch out for everyone, man. It's not even a situation where, you know, Man United at this minute now have got to be alert, man. But I think the key critical minutes will be the first 30 minutes. Absolutely key. Because that's why United are maybe having a long travel down to London, 5:30. The crowd are up for it. They're like, yo, we need to win our first home game of the season. They've not won their first home game of the season. They want to win their first home game of the season at their ground. You know, so they win their first game. They go all the way to maybe to like, you know, 12th, 13th. You know, you never know where it could take them.
And you know they're going to be buoyant and comfortable because they beat us 4-0. They slapped us 4-0. So there's not going to be no nerves for their players. It's not going to be no nerves. They slapped us comfortably. Comfortable slapping that was.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
They're going to be confident. Their fans are going to be confident. They're going to be very buoyant. We've not won there. When's the last time we won there?
20.
Was that under Ollie?
Yeah, under Ollie. I think Rashford and Martial.
Oh yeah, Martial. Yes, I remember Martial. Rashford and Martial won it.
Rashford and Martial.
I remember was their left back. What was their left back called? The Dutch guy. He got injured, didn't he? He got injured.
Oh, Van Arnold.
Van Arnold got a really bad injury in that game.
Okay.
I think Martial or somebody might have stepped on him. He got an injury. He got injured. I remember that. I think it was that was the last time we won. So our record there, the past 4 seasons, is not great. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Not great. Before that, we were quite well on.
We were winning 1-0, and then remember the Elise scored that free kick.
And man, that was Casemiro's fault, man. That game.
And actually, it was Ten Hag's first proper game watching Manchester United, because it was the end of the season.
1-0.
Bruno did that horrific mistake, remember?
Yeah.
That where he winked it, and then it was like a pass to them, and they scored and they beat us. Did they beat us 1-0?
Yeah, 1-0 they beat us, and then obviously 4-0 they beat us at their ground as well.
We drew 1-1, so they beat us. We drew 1-1, and then we got
1-0, and then
that's
4-0.
Ten Hag's record there.
Yeah, and obviously last season we lost to them 1-0. Remember, Anderson header. That was a very, very bad game, that one. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it's one of them where we just got to do our thing, man. We got to score first. We got to win. Like, I think for me, it's crazy that we can't go to Palace as well again, thinking that, you know what, we can't. Let's nail down the 3 points here. This is a must-win game. Even a draw, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's disappointing, man. No
I'd rather
draws.
lose. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd rather lose.
You know what
It's
I
time
mean?
to pick up. To me, the momentum is time to pick it up now. Because if we draw
Yeah.
at Palace, we can't back Palace. Do you think we're gonna win at Villa?
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You need to get the wins in, man. You know what I mean? I don't know, you know, something for me, I don't know. I'm a little bit confident about this game, you know, Nuruddin. I don't know what it is, you know. I just think for me, Palace, I've watched them.
When you get confident, that's when I start to worry, Saeed.
No, but I'm saying, like,
I start to worry.
I've been watching Palace, you know.
I think you're drinking the Kool-Aid.
Nah, but I've been watching Palace.
Let's go through their team. Let's go through their team. They've got one good centre half. They've got the richest American guy, but they know how to defend, bro. They know how to defend.
Nah, Gahey's been awful this year, you know.
Who's that?
Gahey, Mark Gahey.
Yeah.
He's been awful this year, man.
I heard he's been getting twisted up.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Well, okay, what can turn into a prime Baresi?
I know. I don't know. I don't know what it is, you know, but I think for me, I've watched Palace this season. I watched their first game against Brentford. They should have lost by more, even though obviously they should have had a goal with Eze. Should have lost by more. They lost convincingly to West Ham. You were here for that game, remember? They lost to West Ham 2-0 at home. Yeah. And then they drew to Chelsea. And then they literally were 2-0 down against Leicester. And they got a penalty in the last minute.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't lie, man. I don't think they've been great this season, man. I really don't. And for me to think that we can't go out there and win, and I'm a bit confident about this game. Yeah, cool. The record's not great over there, but I'm looking at more so their start to the season. They've not been great at all. We need to capitalize, man. Capitalize. Why can't United capitalize, man?
This is what I'm saying, but Saeed, we don't though. Remember when we used to like try to capitalize? We hardly ever do. We hardly
capitalize, man.
Listen, it's over 200 of you, and we haven't even got 100 likes. Saeed, can you believe that?
Oh man, have you put a poll up?
25 in here, and we haven't even got. We haven't even got that. It's crazy. We haven't even got 100 likes. Tom, welcome. Listen, I'm not going to be that long because I've got to go, but we're going to get into it. Where is the game won and lost on Saturday? And how confident are you, first of all? And where's the game started? And let me tell you our record. We've not won there. They did a double over us last season. Big up Khalees for that, telling us. And we've not. Last time we won there was 2020 under Oli. It was 8 o'clock. I'll never forget.
Yeah, Lukaku settings, I remember. Ollie's at the wheel and everything.
Oh, my days, fam.
I remember. Okay, that a long time ago.
Long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, look, to be fair, I don't think Palace have started the season well. Not as well as I think a lot of us would have expected. But they've got players that can just eat you up for fun on the day. Me personally, I was quite disappointed that Manchester United didn't go for Elise, but we'll give or take to see if we miss the boat there or not in a couple of years. Eze's a brilliant player on his day. Again, he's not started the season quite well. Mateta's a bit of a handful. I think for me, De Ligt, should he play at the weekend, it'll be a bit of a test for him because from what he's played with at the moment, when he played against Liverpool and also against Southampton, he didn't really play against a tall, domineering number 9. It was more about movement and trying running behind him with space, as it wasn't that he had to stand his ground against the player. So I want to see that test with Mateta and see how he does there. Yeah. But at the end of the day, from what I took from the Barnsley game, guys, I would personally not start Kobe Mino in this game, but I do it for a reason.
Oh,
because I think one reason why, Saeed, is I think he's burnt out.
I agree. By the way,
I think he's burnt out. The reason why I'm saying that I don't want to start him in this game is if you need somebody to come off and provide a bit more creativity in midfield, it gives us an option because we don't currently have Mason Mount, do we not? Ericsson, for me, again, is another option that you can sit on the bench. For me, what I saw midweek, and I know it was against Barnes there, Casemiro and Ugarte, I liked the way that they complemented each other. for what Casemiro lacks in the legwork, Ugarte is going to give you that. And Ugarte, from what I saw, that I wasn't much familiar with him, was he did drive with the ball. And I know that you can say it is against Barnsley. If he does that against Palace and he gets the same success that he was doing against Barnsley, I'll be impressed. But for me, I just want to see those two play together in a game that actually is more competitive, where a player like Eze can rip you to shit. That's what I want to see personally. But for me, Kobe Mino, Saeed, he's played a lot of games. I think people need to forget this. He's not even on his 21st birthday. He's not even on his 21st birthday, and he's playing in the biggest football club in the world. I would sit Kobe on the bench. He's played a lot of games in the last 12 months. And as I always use this phrase, guys. When you've got a good one in the academy, wrap them up in cotton wool.
Wrap him up, yeah.
Phil Foden was wrapped up in that City academy and everything for years, and Pep didn't play him. They knew that they had a brilliant player, He didn't play him because he knew that he could get ripped and his confidence would go in this league. Kobe Mino is the one good one that I think we've had in the last probably 10 years, out of maybe 3 that I've seen come through the academy. That's Rashford, Greenwood, and him. I know what's happened with the first one that I just mentioned. We know what's happened with the second one that I've mentioned. Kobe Mino, third time lucky, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So I want to wrap him in cotton wool. If you need some creativity, Saeed, right, put it this way: if you start Kobe Mino, who do you bring off the bench if you need to unlock the game? That's what I'm saying. This is where I'm saying, bro, and that's why I want to see Kobe Mino sit on the bench, get a little bit more rest. And it's not a case of that we're taking him out of the system and the squad completely. I just think you need to pull kids back sometimes when they're not ready. And I don't think he's necessarily been ready at the start of this season because I just think he's fatigued, guys.
Yeah, he is. I can't lie to you. You are spot on with that.
He's played a lot of games. That's all that I want to see. But for me, I just want to protect the kid as much as we can because he is one of those good ones. And look, regardless of people's opinions on the manager and all this at the other, right? With or without Ten Hag as the manager, Kobe Mino will be a special player for Manchester United. But I don't want him to ruin his career because he played too many games at such a young age that when he gets to 28, he's fucked like Luke Shaw is right now with injuries. I don't want to see that for our kids. That's what I'm saying. But I liked what I saw with Ugarte and Casemiro, and that's why I want to see it in a competitive game and see if it holds a bit more weight.
While you're there, Tom, while you're there, I'll drop Bruno as well and keep.
Yo, that's a big one. We was on the big Mandem talk yesterday. That was a heated debate, bro.
Jeez.
I think for me, it's like, I think if you want control and you want to keep the ball tomorrow, you don't need a Bruno Fernandes that's kind of almost hoofing it.
Yeah. Say, even in saying that, right? For what Eriksen, when we've brought Eriksen to Man United, right? Have we really used him well?
No.
I don't think we have, no. And we said this for years when we brought Mata from Chelsea to Man United. We never played him through the middle as a 10, which is what he was. We always played him on the wing. Eriksen, we've done this same thing where we've played him at 6 or 8. He doesn't have the legs for both of those roles. Number 10s, I think this is a myth, what people misconstrue in football. You don't have to have legs to play number 10. You don't. You've just got to be able to be good with the ball at your feet, keep the ball and play the right passes, the weight of the passes. Eriksen, I understand it was against Barnsley. He did that against Barnsley. And I saw what I saw where there was the movement from the players in front. Bruno loses the ball far so much, guys. And I don't know if you, I know Dino went to the game. I don't know about you, Sayed. I don't think you did. When Fernandes came on the pitch, I could see so much of a difference with how the team, they didn't want to run in front. And when he does get the ball, he doesn't protect it well. That's the one thing that I've seen. Eriksen, from what I've seen anyway, he protects the ball and he either gets a foul or he just ticks it over to another player and he plays safe. Fernandes, it's always 100 miles an hour. We have to play the super pass. You're not in the Super Bowl. You're not in American football. You don't have to kick it 50 yards up the field and hope that it's going to hit somebody. Play the 5-6 passes that you need to do. And look, at the end of the day with Bruno, he's another one. He's played a lot of games. He's played probably the most games in a Man United shirt for any player for about a decade, will we not say, guys?
So, Tom,
pull them out and find mine.
Please give me your team quickly. So, how do you think about your team? It's coming to you
I'd
next.
go.
Okay.
I'd go Onana. I'd keep the same back four: Delo, Martinez, Delit, and Mazraoui. I'd play Cass, Ugarte. Is it me or is it what I think Ten Hag's doing?
No,
what you
Yeah.
Okay, I'd stick with Eriksen then. I'd put Fernandes and Mino on the bench. I would play Garnacho, Ahmad, and Xerxes through the middle personally, and
Okay.
I'd leave Rashford on the bench if you need to try and get a goal later when the legs are tired.
Other than that, I actually think Garnacho is better as an impact player. He
100%.
Yeah, true.
I
Keep
think
him as that, man. Keep him as that, guys.
Yeah, I think Rashford sulks when he comes on.
Yes.
Me personally, Garnacho comes on to say, "I'm going to show you." But other than that, my team's exactly the same team as you. The only thing is Garnacho for Rashford.
Yeah,
Go
fair
ahead,
enough.
I'm going Casemiro, Ugarte, Eriksen in midfield. I'm going with Ahmad, Xerxes, Rashford. I'm going with Onana, Dalot. Pretty much the same back line.
Okay, so basically, you're going with the same team as I'm going.
Yeah, you're going with
Is that your team? Is that your team?
Yeah, that's my team. Yeah. So
Okay,
that's what
that's
you're So that's
a nice team, man. It's a nice team. It's a nice team.
I think because Eriksen gives us a bit more composure on the ball. 100%.
100%, bro. I think that's what we need.
Yeah. I need in this game, I need composure. I don't need headless chickens running around everywhere. I need composure. It's a small pitch, that I've been there, you know what I mean?
Small pitch.
It's a small pitch. So I don't need headless chickens. I need people who are going to be accurate with their passes.
Facts.
And that's what I need. The only other different things that Ugarte might be a risk because you think, you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. Being in the stadium, I don't know how he looked like watching it, Saeed and Tom. But the referee was a bit lenient. He made 6-7 fouls.
Oh, 100%. Oh, bro, 100%. He didn't even get a yellow card.
He has to manage. Yeah, he has to manage. I think one of the things about that referee is that, to be fair, he hardly ever gave a yellow card unless it was like blatant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He let the game pan out.
Oh, yeah. And we know that already. The Premier League, the referees, what have they been doing? The referees since 4 games into the Premier League.
Who's the referee at the weekend, by the way?
They've been card heavy.
Who's that?
Somebody in the chat, let me know who's the referee on Saturday. They've been card happy. They've been absolutely card happy.
Okay.
Like,
did you see Anthony Taylor
game,
with that Chelsea
game?
The Chelsea game, Anthony Taylor,
like 13 yellow cards or something like that. Every tackle was a yellow card.
Wow.
Like, it was crazy.
They broke the record in the game, didn't they? Like 17 yellow cards in a Premier League game. It's never happened before. I think the highest that they ever got to was it 15, I think. And in that one game, even in that game, guys, it wasn't really like a terrible game. I thought a lot of the challenges were fair. But what I want to see with Ugarte, though, in particular in the Premier League guys, is when Cass came to this league, he just went into every challenge like he was still in Spain.
100%.
Where you can go studs up, you can run over the ball and you get away with it. You can't do that over here.
No.
The same thing with Ugarte. You pull a player's shirt, you don't get like you do in France or in Portugal, you get away with it. You don't do it. You can't do that over here. You get booked for that
over here, man.
You can't. The one thing in particular, anyway, these players that we've bought, because Casemiro was a sliding player. He will fly straight into challenges, 50-50s, and he'll take you out if he has to. Ugarte, I want him to stay on his feet. Now, from what I've seen when he was in Sporting, that was his game. He stayed on his feet. He went through the back of people to get the ball if he has to. That's this sort of game, but he stays on his feet. He doesn't fly.
But Tom, he has to
Casemiro does that.
Tom,
he has to learn the discipline in the league.
Tom, he has to learn. The most important thing about Ugarte is that how the English referees or British referees referee the game, right? Every league has their own way of the referees referee, right?
Yep.
The type of things that they're going to give. He has to understand that. And that's another thing that I'm worried about. If we get a card happy, because Manchester United have to compete, right? They've got a decent midfield. We've got a decent midfield.
Apparently, it's David Coop, by the way, guys.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is.
Make a name for himself. I bet you, right? Listen, we're going to be there on Saturday, people. We're going to be there on Saturday. Me and Saeed will be there.
We'll be there. He's got 100% record now in September, so you know what I mean? It's good news. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're moving like United, man. We've got to get giddy. Giddy.
No, I'm not getting giddy. No, I'm
No,
not.
we're
'Cause
not getting
I
giddy.
promise
We're not
you,
getting giddy.
no game will ever bring me back to reality than it is. And then you're telling me it's freezing on Monday. So the weekend's going to be freezing, right? I'm not having
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I
I'm
can't
not
lie,
having
man.
that.
I told you already. Like I said, from Monday onwards, mate, it's like 12 degrees, man. Do you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not having
So,
Get
that.
the winter jackets out, lads. Get the
Right.
jackets
yeah,
out.
it
Listen,
goes to 11
listen,
on Saturday. Next Saturday, 11.
listen, guys. I'm gonna give you quick fire questions. Yeah. So both you are
Yeah,
ready. So please just answer it in the shortest sentence as you can. Quick
Yeah.
fire. I go to Saeed. Saeed,
Go
score.
for it.
Score prediction.
3-1.
Tom, tactical in terms of, are we playing 3-6-1 on a build-up? Are we going to go with 3 build-up? What do you think he's going to do?
3-6-1.
Right, we're going to get beat then. Saeed, if he does the 3-6-1, do you see a problem with that? Because
Yeah, no, of course. If it's
Liverpool
3-6-1,
did to us.
I'll give you my prediction when we're watching a watch along. I'll be like, yeah, we're losing this game. But right now, I'm saying 3-1, man. I think for me,
Wow,
Rashford.
you're very confident, Saeed.
No, but the thing is, though, it's not
He's
very
busy.
confident
He's busy
scoreline.
from Barnsley.
You know what it
Is
is,
it?
though? You know what it is, though? I think it's a 2-1 kind of game, then it turns into a 3-1. You know when the Crystal Palace are chasing the game and the United kind of nick another final goal on the break? That's a sort of 3-1. Sometimes 3-1s are not. 3-1 can be a 3-0 and then they score 1 at the end. No, it's not one of them. It's maybe a 1-1, 2-1. Then they try and get the 2-2 and then we score a 3-1.
It's competitive.
Okay.
Competitive 3-1.
Tom, what was going to honest answer?
Hang on, say that again, Dino. You cut out.
What do you think the score's going to be? The score, your score.
I'll go 2-1.
Okay.
2-1.
Right. We know how Crystal Palace play. You know they're going to be. They've got one of the biggest, loudest stadiums in the country, small, tight stadium. So brilliant ultras who sing their hearts out. They make incredible colors. They do everything that they do, right? Knowing everything that you know, how important is it that Manchester United do not concede first in this game, Tom?
Oh my God!
Oh, massive. We've seen these
Massive,
guys.
bro.
We've seen these guys buckle in Paris, in fucking Anfield, Turkey. They buckled last season. Like, I've seen these guys buckle in big stadiums with ultra fans. So when it happens, or if it happens, guys, don't be surprised. But I want to see if we do go a goal behind. I want to see if this team's changed then, because he's got his new players.
Okay, Saeed.
Yeah, true.
What player? Who do you think the match winners are quickly for Manchester?
I'm gonna go with Ahmad to score, Garnacho late one as well, and then I'm gonna go with Rashford as well.
Okay, Tom. Who do you think who's the key players to watch for Manchester United?
If Casemiro plays from set pieces, I think you could have Palace, because I don't think they're that great. They've just when a deep how the actual setup of their backline is in the box, you can get at them from set pieces. So I think Casemiro and De Ligt are going to be quite key to the game if you want to use set pieces as a way of playing. But if I'm going to use it from open play, I think Garnacho's on like a bit of a hot streak. I think he'll have a lot of confidence taken from that Barnsley game. I don't know. I've got a funny feeling that Xerxes is going to score. I don't know.
Okay.
I've got a funny feeling.
Okay. For me, the match winner I'm looking for is Ahmad to do something. Rashford maybe to score. Their player to watch for me is Nketiah. They're danger man.
He will have a point to prove.
Wharton, Nketiah, and Eze are their danger men. Mateta, obviously, R9 settings, that guy turns it back. But one day he's asked R9 settings, the other day he's just Mateta, right? But Mitchell as well. Listen, watch the danger side is the left-hand side. That's where they attack the most. The left-hand side is the connection between Eze and Mitchell. The way they play, the way that he's so comfortable, let's say, waits for Mitchell, and then the ball comes across. Manchester United, and I think this is going to be one of the toughest tests for Mazraoui. If Manchester United do not control the ball, if the game becomes an open game where they will counter
basketball game,
they're going to beat us comfortably.
Easy.
Mark my words. Mark my words. You heard it here first.
I'm with you.
If the game becomes more controlled and we play to our pace, to our temperament, then we're going to have a chance to beat them, right?
Yeah.
But to me, vital. We don't do well in London. All the things are against Eric Ten Hag. That's why, to me, this is a huge test for Eric Ten Hag. Huge test, because I'm not asked about Mickey Mouse trophies, Europa Leagues, or Carabao Coca-Cola Cups. I'm asked about the league. The league's the bread and butter. So for me, there are so many different dynamics in this game. But Wharton, brilliant. Watch out in midfield, Wharton. Gay, can Gay find his form again for them? But the three up front will worry any defense. The S.A. Mitchell connection is something. Lama, he did us when he played for
Colombia.
You know what? We've always had.
They got two Colombians in their team, bro. Two Colombians in their team.
Bezraoui and Ahmad have got a good partnership going on at the moment, don't you think?
Yeah, they have.
On that right side.
But listen, those of you watching this video later, please let me know who the danger man is, right? Let me know. Get in the comments. I'll be in the comments interacting with you lot. What's the player to watch? What players do you think they're going to do something for Manchester United? What the scoreline do you think is going to be? What do you think the tactical formations are going to be, right? That's what I need you. The game's on Saturday, 5:30. I will be on my phone, check on the YouTube comments, checking, interacting with you lot. So please, like, subscribe to the channel. It's still shadow banned. We're not demonetized anymore, but we're shadow banned. So we're shadow banned. So please understand that the channel needs your help to build this community. Here we have honest, frank, non-nonsense. This is the real, raw, red podcast. We keep it 100 on this channel. You know we're not here to bait you, to give you crazy, like clickbaiting headlines. We don't do it. Saeed don't do it. Branch don't do it, to be fair. Organically, this is organic, people.
Organic, man.
Political affiliations, because the way we stand with the oppressed people, we stand with the people of Lebanon, we stand with the people of Palestine, the people of Sudan, the people of Congo, the people of Tigray, the people of Ogaden. We stand with everybody oppressed in this world, and we tell the truth about our football club. We don't get giddy about Ineos. We don't get giddy about Glazer. We don't get giddy about anything and Eric Ten Hag. We get giddy about watching games in the league, and when Manchester United put a convincing win about, we then get giddy. But big up, Saeed, Liverpool had an off day. Look at how
Milana Paul, man.
Milana Paul. This not like a team. But big up to you, actually. So thank you for the super chat. Yes, Laura, Liverpool bent Milan over. Yes, they did. They did. But Milana Paul, to be fair. And to be fair, for the third goal, it's exactly what Saeed was talking about. How he was engaging, how the game could go against Palace. They kept hem to you in, you counter-attacked and put the number 3 in. But yeah, you could have scored a couple of more goals. Their keeper made saves. But it is what it is. But people, please make sure you subscribe and look at Saeed TV. Saeed TV tonight is on an Arsenal hate watch.
Yeah,
Arsenal, Atlanta. Up the Atlanta. Up the Atlanta. Make sure you also follow Tom on Tom Journalist 1 on Twitter. But Saeed TV across all social. Saeed, you watching an Atlanta game tonight? Or are you watching 2 games?
Yeah, no, I'm just watching the Atlanta game. So Atlanta, watch along.
Are they away? Arsenal away?
Yeah, Arsenal away.
Yeah. So come on, Atlanta.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Actually, Saeed's team could be Atlanta, to be there. He watches Atlanta more than any other team. To be
good manager, man. Gasparini, good manager.
Yeah, Saeed loves Gasparini. But yeah, big up, people. Love and light. We'll see you in the next one. We'll be back maybe tomorrow if anything news is breaking about Manchester United, anything like that. I'm trying to be consistent. I'm learning from my brother here, Saeed.
Yeah, come on, man. Have you won past 11K now? 11K?
I'm near 11. Well, I think he's like we're 200 short or 100 short. Sorry, 100 short.
100 short. 100 short. Then we get to 15K, then 20K, man. Come on.
Yeah. So listen, people, let's go. It is what it is, people. We try to grow organically. You ain't clickbaiting here. We're doing it organically. But it is what it is. So, but please make sure you check out Saeed. Saeed, big up to you, bro. I'm going to go and check this film out, this Boulding film out.
Come on, let me know how it goes.
Yeah. Big up, people. Please subscribe. Those of you who are watching, subscribe and like the video. It costs you zero. Zilt. Absolutely zilt. So like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Saeed TV for the watch along at 8 o'clock. That's the next time you're live in it, Saeed. You're live about 7:30.
Yeah, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
Saeed's live 7 o'clock. Make sure you go there and watch that. And if Saeed will be jumping about if Arsenal gets stuffed in it, you know how it is.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, come on. And Saeed is also watching Edison. He could be our midfield player next season.
You never know. Yeah. Edison, even their winger, man, he's good, man.
Edison watch. Saeed is on Edison watch, man, the Brazilian midfielder. So big up to everybody. I'll be tuning in to your match reaction after that game, Saeed. I'll be in the cinema,
Alright.
so I'll be tuning in.
Love,
But
love,
love and
love.
light. But yeah, free Palestine, end
Free
the
Ogaden.
occupation, free Lebanon, free Congo, free Sudan, free Tigray, free Ogaden, free anywhere where people are oppressed inside this country or globally, internationally. Free the people, free the land, free everybody. We stand against all forms of oppression on this channel. Love, light, take care. F Ineos, F the Glazers, right? Peace, love, light. Up the Reds. Come on, you Reds!